Hello everybody, Donkey here, and yes, we are back with some more Train Sim 2021. And we are back on the West Coast Main Line South, and this time it is raining quite heavily. And we have the Class 377 in Southeast Southern livery. And this scenario is called East Croydon to Milton Keynes Central, and that's what we'll be doing today. We'll be going from East Croydon to Milton Keynes. Now, we've covered the 377 before on Train Sim World 2, and that 377 was quite in depth. Almost, well, I wouldn't say almost, but most of the things inside the cab worked. Not really played with the 377 on Train Sim 2021. I imagine it's not going to be as in-depth as Train Sim World 2, but we'll check it out anyway. But before we jump into the cab and set everything up and get going, I just want to say, if you are a new viewer who hasn't subscribed yet, please do so down below. Alright, let's jump in and get going. Good morning, driver. You're about to join the West Coast Main Line via London Relief Line to Sudbury Junction, and then on to Wembley Central. Your first stop in the LMS territory. Get ready to depart as soon as the signal's clear. Okay, so let's get some cab lights. Let's first actually do this. We want daytime running. There we go. None of that works. Okay. Cab lights, and we want some wipers as well. We're going to get on slow. So we're just waiting for this to turn. This 377, obviously it did come out before Train Sim World 2, so you know it's going to be a bit primitive, but it's not too bad, I suppose. I do like the Train Sim World 2 377 better. And obviously it's got the combined power and brake lever. Really simple to use that. And we'll just get a image of this going. We'll try and do things proper here. I normally don't bother with... Oh, that's the other one. I can't remember what... Is that a class 350? I can't remember what that one's called. Yeah, I normally don't try and properly do simulation systems. For instance, I believe with this, what we're supposed to do is, when we stop, we put the DRA on. Oh, wait, I might have overshot this, I don't know. No, we're good. Doors? No image. I don't know what these are. But yeah, we're supposed to put that on, I believe, on the guard. I don't really know, but this basically stops us from applying power if we go past a red signal. Right, Harrow and Wildstone. Okay, so then that off. See, because if that was activated, basically we wouldn't just be allowed to we wouldn't be allowed to apply power. So what that does is, it's sort of, the driver has to acknowledge that, which means he has to acknowledge the signal as well. It's basically to prevent us from just applying power and going past a red signal after the station. So for instance, if this one was red, we have to physically... We can't just, you know, apply power and go. We have to physically be like, right, what's the signal? Do that off, and then apply power. It's all a safety thing, but I believe that's what you're supposed to do, is when you come to the station, you put that on, and then you can't just leave straight away. You have to actually acknowledge and then unpress it and go on your way. Well, we can actually get some speed going as well. And we're stopping here. We've got 9 stops, which isn't too bad. It doesn't take too long to do that sort of stuff. Compared to the last video we did, where it was just a a cannonball straight drive for 90 odd minutes, this is a lot more engaging. It's a stop start at a station, being aware. I'm not really too keen on passenger services, but when a freight service is literally just 90 minutes long, no signals, you literally just put it in top, the top power setting and just set and forget and just sit there. Kind of gets a bit boring. I do like it when there's a bit going on. For instance, with this one, where it is literally a stop start, thinking about how we're gonna stop here and we're about to apply the brake. I think for this one we apply it just after the signals. But obviously we will be coming down the speed a lot. Doesn't matter if we enter here too slowly. Slower is better than fast. You don't want to enter a station too fast and then find yourself overshooting. But that's what's good about the combined power and brake, is you can literally put it on, take it off, and sort of get the right, braking situation. So we might be coming into here a bit fast, I'm not too sure. But we can sort of stop anywhere along here, I believe. Yeah, we'll be okay. And there we go. That on, doors open. So I normally don't use this just because that's a bit more simulation. You are supposed to, if you're actually going for like a proper, if you were doing it by the book. This, you do have to apply this if you're doing it by the book. Like I say, I normally don't. I just play the game, but depends what the level of simulation you want to do. That's us letting the driver know, or letting the guard know. The doors are closed when you hear the buzzer sound, and we acknowledge that it was green, so we are good to go. Watford, 6 miles, so let's actually get some speed going here. Top power setting. And we can actually fly down the rails and have a look. Whoa. just going to chill, I think. The one thing about having like the rain and stuff is it does make you feel a bit cozy inside the cab. You know, nice, nice and dry, obviously, but yeah, it's a shame that I can't make it even more immersive and put the heater and stuff on. But Panto up, interesting. Has this got a Panto? It has. That's interesting. I thought that these got their power from the wheels. Maybe they do. Shoes down. Oh yeah, it does. Seems that it gets its power. It can do both by the looks of things. It can have a Panto, or it can basically get power from the rails. But these rails don't have a power pickup. And if it had a power pickup, you'd see a third rail where it could pick up power, but we've got overhead lines, so we've got Panto. Because these are an EMU and an electric multiple unit. So they are running on electric motors, which means you get instant power. As soon as you apply power, it's instant. You know, there's the motors turn and you go forward. When with a diesel, you know, the engine's got to, you build RPMs and build that power up. Alright, we are 3 miles away from Watford. And we're just about climbing to the max here. Sometimes it's got maximum speed of it, but 120 is probably the max speed on this thing. I think it would take a lot for us to get to we're actually speeding a little bit here. It's okay, we can bring it down slowly. You would feel the braking, especially if you were going at high speeds. You would start to feel the braking. We're just going to save it. The last one I played, we played the 90-minute scenario and we got to the end and the game crashed, and I didn't save it. So to end that video, I basically had to do the whole scenario again in my own time, just to get the ending. Train Sim. I will say one thing about Train Sim World. Even though it, you know, some of the stuff is quite expensive, and what Dovetail have done with it recently is a bit cheeky, releasing locos that people already own and making them pay for them again. That was a bit cheeky, I think. But the one thing that the game does do way better than Train Sim is, one, the graphics are 100% more better, and two, the game's more stable. I've never had a crash in Train Sim World. This game crashes daily, pretty much. Like every time you play it, you'll get a crash. And we are coming into here way too fast. Oh, it's because I was going up in the speed rather than down. That's okay. Hopefully we can full service. I don't want to go again, or you'll be into emergency braking. That was a bit sketch there. The 377 can brake quite quickly though. Right, that on. Doors open. And it is a green. We'll just check it again before we leave. What time were we supposed to get here? 10:20. We got here about 10:22, so We are behind on schedule, but that's okay. I don't play for career points anyway. Right, it is green. So we can get out of here. Okay, Berkhamsted is coming into view. And we'll start braking at that second signal, just before the 85. Quite short hops, but I would prefer that. I'd just prefer to be in the game actually doing something, playing, rather than having a long journey just sitting back. Sometimes I'm up for just sitting back, but I actually want to somewhat play the game and actually have something to do. We might go into step 2 here. Yeah, I think we will. Coming into this quite fast. It can be deceiving sometimes how close it may be. I think we're just about going to get in here. Yeah, we should be okay. I was going to go full service, but I think we're going to be okay. actually going to go full service. And then step it down. We're actually going to save it here as well. It's got to continue to save. Got to remember that. Okay. Okay, what's our next one? Ring, I think that says. Then Leighton. And we've only got a few left. After this next one, we've only got 4 left. And the next one is not that far away. Yeah, there's no, I think I've said it before, but there is no indicators on this to tell you if the next signal is red or there's the next speed change. You can look down here on this bar, but it doesn't tell you about the signal. You have to actually physically look at the signal, which, if you're trying to go for an immersion sort of thing, that's quite good. Train Sim World 2 is a bit more arcadey, so it actually lets you know what the next signal is. I'm in the middle of that. Sometimes, for instance right now, because I'm using the DRA, I'd rather have it, I have to physically check the signal for that, you know, slight immersion. But Train Sim World 2 does sometimes help you out when you can look up at the top right and actually see if the next signal is red. It's not too bad though if you know the English signal sequences, how they work. For instance, double yellow, single yellow, red. You can normally if you know sort of what the signals mean, you can sort of prepare. So far I'm really enjoying the class 377 on Train Sim 2021. I think we'll play a few more scenarios with it. I know on the London to Brighton route on Train Sim 2021, sorry, there's quite a lot of scenarios with the 377. A lot more than Train Sim World 2, I'll give you that much. That's one thing Train Sim does quite good, is it makes, you know, it makes routes a lot more worth it. You know, you might get like 5 scenarios with Train Sim World. In this you get, you know, 10. So there is quite a lot with the 377, so we might check them out in the future. Give it a bit of braking here, as we know that this can, I don't know how to pronounce this station. Tring? T-ring? I literally don't know. But I mean, we're not entering this a high speed anyway. It looks like our next one could be, well, that might not be for us. I don't know, I'll have to acknowledge it when we're a bit closer. No, it's not. I got excited then, I thought that yellow signal was for us. I don't know why this screen comes on when we stop. Because you literally can't do anything with it. No, I don't know. And these, I'm guessing these are platform cameras and train cameras, so you can actually see if the door's closed. But these have nothing on them. I don't know if the Armstrong Powerhouse one allows you to do stuff with these. Alright, Leighton, 8 miles away. Right, let's get a move on then. Okay, Leighton Buzzard is coming up, and we're going to start braking now. It is 1.5 miles away, but that creeps on upon you quick, especially when you're doing 90, 100 mile an hour. We'll just start braking. I want to be around 50 by the time we get to this signal, 50, 60. Thereabouts. It's all about judging it. Which is difficult when you can't see the platform in the distance, but it's not like we're coming into here very fast. I try and stop just after the marker, just so that Train Sim doesn't mess up and think that we haven't stopped here. And there we go. DRA on, doors open. And what's our next one? Bletchley, which is 6 miles away, and then Milton Keynes. So we're almost done now. 2 more stops, and we are not on schedule. We are very late. We're supposed to be at Bletchley by now, but it's okay. We don't play for score anyway. And away we go again. High speed train there going past. Can't remember what class that is. Yeah, I can't remember what class it is on this. But we will be checking it out at some point. Not many scenarios on the career for West Coast Mainline South. I think there's a lot more on standard, the standard scenarios, which we will probably check out as well. All in due time. All in due time. we will get round to them all. I do want to play the Birmingham Cross line though. At some point. That's the new pack that came out literally a couple of weeks ago. I didn't get straight on it like some others. I don't like to do that. I like to play things on my own time, so we will be checking out the Birmingham Cross line eventually, but not just yet. No, it was a Class 350, that one. I totally forgot the name of it, but there it says on the back, Class, well, 350, Class 350. They called them the UFOs, because when you apply the power from the station, it makes like a whoop 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 sound. It's hard to explain, but it sounds like a UFO. Maybe if this guy stops at the next station, we can have a listen, but yeah, that's why they called them the UFOs. They sort of look like it as well, like they sort of look a bit alien, don't they? Yeah, the 350 is definitely a weird one. Quite cool as well, though. Quite cool. So we're coming into Bletchley here. And we'll start braking just at that signal. This guy seems to be braking as well, so maybe he will stop at this station, and we'll get to hear the UFO sound. Maybe not, he seems to be going a bit fast. Are we stopping here? Another 350. He didn't stop here. No, that's a shame. Definitely overshot this one a little bit. It's okay though. We'll definitely stop on the platform. Just about. Alright, we're coming to the end now. Our last stop is Milton Keynes, which is 3 miles away. So that won't take too long. And I mean, we were supposed to be arriving there now. Because I put it into is there a fault? Just looking if there was a fault reset. Accidentally put it into thingy emergency. It's okay. Really enjoyed this one though. It's, a little bit different to what we normally sort of do. Well, not really, but I don't really like passenger services too much, but I'm starting to enjoy them a little bit more. There's a lot of red signal up ahead. Not for us, I don't think. Yeah, I'm starting to enjoy passenger service a little bit more, and after that freight service that we did last video, where it was literally just set and forget for like 2 hours, I do like these a lot more when it's stop-start, actually physically playing the game and doing something. There's actually things going on. So I am starting to enjoy these passenger ones a lot more. And some of the locos as well are quite interesting. There's loads of EMUs and DMUs that you can play on the old train sim here, so we'll pick them up and give them a go. I mean, I really want to try the Class 90 and the 91. Really, really cool locos. We've got a yellow here, which, I mean, this is the end of the line anyway, so that's what it's telling us about. We'll start the brake a little bit. We go down to a 40, down to 25. Okay. And that'll be the end of the scenario. So I just want to say now, before we end, if you enjoyed, I'd appreciate a like. If you're a new viewer and you haven't already, please subscribe down below so you don't miss any of my train sim videos. And yeah, this has been a really, really fun one. This was the Class 377 in Southeast Southern livery, and it was East Croydon to Milton Keynes. That's the journey that we've done, and we'll start braking again to get down to 40. It's been a drizzly day, but I am starting to enjoy these commuter scenarios, so I don't mind. I'm nice and warm inside the cab. But yeah, please let me know down below if you enjoyed, or if you want to ask a question in the comments, go right ahead. Either I or somebody who watches might be able to answer if you've got a question. But otherwise, just sit back and enjoy. And there's the end of the line. And there we go. Get the doors open, and let's take a look at this from out here. The 377 in Southeast Southern livery. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.